But let's get into some of this pop culture. Let's talk a little bit about this writer strike here. If we have to go into a break, the writers and actors strike is actually joined into the strike. It's been about 11, 12 weeks since the writer strike has started. But now the actors, a lot of prominent actors are joining the writer strike, and taking the picket lines and stopping the production of all the stuff that they're working on. It's just crazy because we're obviously TV show and big movie guys, and it's going to be affecting the industry in the future of movies and TV shows coming out. It might come to a big halt. Yeah, it's just getting weird. How do you feel about it?
About what again? About
The
which
writers and
movie? Oh,
actors
the writer's
striking.
strike.
Yeah,
So is it similar to like the how long ago was that when we had that major one when
last
they
one was in
like
1960s.
no. I thought we had one in like the early 90s or the early 2000s when they start making reality TV. They had some kind of writer strike back then too. I remember.
I think it's the, maybe be the longest lasting one or the
The
most.
longest lasting one. But
Yeah.
they had one in like 2000.
Mm,
I don't remember what year it was, but that's when they like really started to like go into that reality TV bullshit. And to me, I feel like it I don't say it destroyed TV, but it just like completely like altered it. You know what I'm saying? Because it made it where like regular like storytelling was not obsolete, but it was definitely like pushed aside
mm,
for reality shows that were, to me personally, slightly annoying. Because it was like
yeah.
it was reality TV that was obviously not reality. It was
Right.
like
Really forced
completely,
and
yeah, forced
producers. Yeah.
and scripted, but like horribly scripted. If
Yeah.
you know,
Loosely, just
so
kind of directing them into doing stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and it was like it to me. Some people like really fed into because you read the comments on shit. People really feed into that shit, but it's like if you're a real person who actually observes what's going on around you, you look at that and be like, this is clearly not real life.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's why like I stopped watching TV damn near because of that. Like
Mm,
I canceled my cable and shit like that, and now I mean cable's kind of pointless now, but back then it was still a thing. And I
yeah.
canceled it. And it's been years and like damn near like 20 years, damn near since I've like actually like paid for cable. But it
Yeah.
was like once I saw the Kardashians and shit like that, I was just like, okay. And like
Yeah.
Flavor of Love and what was that other one again?
Yeah. Ray J.
The Ray J shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just like, this is where we're going.
Yeah.
So that was like their answer to the writer striking back then. So now it's like there's shows that are coming out that I want to see, and it's like knowing that they're gonna have writers striking for it. It's like how are they gonna go about this?
Yeah.
Like the Ahsoka show, and I mean I don't know how that works out exactly, but I'm hoping that it doesn't like they don't get scabs to do that or how they're gonna do it. But
That
I'm
one's already
hoping it
coming
doesn't.
out.
It is coming out,
Yeah. August release.
but now it's like other shit that's supposed to come out is not gonna be delayed because of this strike.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah, so it's like when are we gonna get real mutants in the MCU, and is that gonna affect that or shit like that to me?
Hoping for
You
Deadpool
know,
3, but that's not even until next year still.
Deadpool 3 is done though. I mean, they're in like they're not in post production, but they're already like the
Yeah, they moved
writing and
that
shit
shit
is
up.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they already got like screenshots of them in like their uniforms and shit like that.
Hmm.
So I'm juiced for that. Except for the fact that like they're still using Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and it's like I know he's not going to continue his role, so I really want to see who they're going to
Yeah,
get to
hold that.
play.
We're talking about that a little bit down the road. We're talking about the updates on that
I
movie.
feel you, but like those are the things that I feel like are going to get affected by this. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what's going to happen, but it's a lot longer than I expected it to get done. It's weird that they all have to like just stop working simply because they're having a dispute. It's like, what if you're a writer and you feel like, this shit ain't really affecting me? I don't mind. I still want to keep writing. Like, I can't. You just got to stop. Is it because they're part of like the union or
Well,
whatever?
exactly. Yeah. So I feel like if the writers that they can't write for big production companies, they would have to do independent stuff and they wouldn't be able to sell to the big companies. I think the actors, a lot of the actors, if they join the picket lines, they're saying that they're not able to do any panel appearances, podcasts, promote past works or new works. They can't like do anything. Meet and greet, signing Comic Cons. A lot of people are pulling out of Comic Con.
Oh, that
Um,
sucks.
yeah, we
That's
already
crazy.
saw that the Avengers movies, the Kang Dynasty and stuff like that got pushed back like 2 years. The next
Uh-huh.
Avatar movie. They said it's not even coming out until Avatar 5, so they probably already in the works of 4, but 5 wouldn't even come out till 2031. It's just a lot of shit that's getting pushed back. Like a lot of
Yeah.
prominent actors are joining. Because it's not even just big name actors, extras and stuff. They're talking about making AI copies of the extras and just reusing the same ones in different TV shows and not really paying them for it. Like one of the writers that did one of the She-Hulk episodes, the best one with the Daredevil coming back,
Okay.
she
The
got paid
only
a
one that
total,
people want to watch.
right, but she only got paid a total of $356 for that episode. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah, so little things like that after the corporations are making billions of dollars off these movies and the writers don't get paid nothing and the actors do get paid more than the writers, but you'll get paid like what the most somebody get paid for a movie, what 10 $10 million, and the studios will make $300 billion off the movie, $300 million
But
off the movie.
but how much for the actor? Man, the actors, but the writers make it. If that's what she made for that one episode,
Exactly.
that's fucking disgusting. That's
And then
ridiculous.
just really quickly here, we'll get more into it. It's be a real quick commercial breaks. Break real quick, get some water. I got some water. I need to wipe down this sweat. Sorry, y'all. I keep wiping down with the towel because it's hot. And I get excited about these topics. But yeah, and also they're saying that the streaming services and how streamers all try to jump all the subscribe or all the like channels, premium channels and stuff, try to jump to streaming once COVID hit. It kind of affected a lot of stuff that people got paid and how they were paying the writers and stuff like that. So yeah, they're saying it really started with the streaming services kind of racing to be the first to streaming behind Netflix, especially over COVID. Um, Actors and sets weren't really open and working and stuff like that. So a lot of people had to go to streaming and made these projects via streaming and just put them out there because people weren't going to movie theaters and stuff like that. And promising these writers these contracts during that time, promising actors these contracts and this amount of residuals at that time, and not actually getting them once these streaming services saw the money and started getting a
Hmm.
bunch of money back for these things, and they didn't make much money as they thought they would. They were telling the actors, look, we signed in the contracts, this is what you're going to get. Those doing good in streaming, it may not be in movies and you're not making money that way. You agreed on it. And writers now, they're just kind of hiding behind AI and stuff like that and feel like they can make strict scripts. If the writers hold out and stuff like that, they can find other ways to get those scripts out. Actors, I don't know how they're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they get to replace that, get people to watch movies that their big time actors aren't in. Tom Cruise is already complaining that CGI is kind of taken away from stuntmen and people that actually do their own stunts and action movies and stuff like that. But he's not
Yeah.
really willing to cross the picket line right now. He's just saying that he's willing to help in any way he can. Um,
Yeah. As long as he doesn't have to do that.
yeah,
I agree though. Like that's a big thing. It's like, okay, well, we'll pay somebody to CGI it rather than having somebody who's like trained to do this shit. And it's fucked up. It's like if you look at like every aspect of life, they're finding ways to make shit easier, but yet less financially like productive for humans.
yeah,
So it's like, it's funny that it's reaching all the way up to like even like film because you see like bridges and they have the toll booths and instead of having people they have like the little scanners that you can drive through and it's like so that just gets rid of all those jobs that people had
yeah,
before, you know, and it's reaching all the way up to just like even shit like stuntmen. So eventually it may even get to the point where it reaches up to actors. It's like, oh, we'll just pay you for your likeness and
exactly.
we'll
Like
just
that episode of
like,
Black Mirror.
yeah, well, I didn't see that one.
The new season, there's an episode where they just copy somebody's life and was like, no, it's not you, it's the actor. It was like, okay, we'll sue the actor. Well, no, it's not the actor. It's just it's AI replicated like a deep fake of the actor that they signed over and let people use for them, and they get paid for using the likeness. And we can do whatever we want
Mhm.
with the likeness. Even if the actor doesn't like it, they can't sue because they signed off to have the AI used. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah,
it's deep like that.
it's
But
crazy.
Bob Iger and a lot of these company heads are making billions of dollars and just, if you want to have a quality product, you got to pay these writers and pay these actors to give you that quality product. I mean, people are already complaining about the quality of the stuff. That's why Star Wars and Marvel are backing off the content that they're putting out because they're trying to force feed everybody after Endgame and after some of the other stuff in Star Wars. They try to force feed everybody with stuff that they didn't necessarily want. And it kind
Hmm.
of, kind of made people doubt their quality of stuff that they're putting out. So we're gonna see what happens. Again, I stand with the actors and the writers. I was always surprised that actors don't get paid more. In the list of people that get paid a lot of money are kind of small. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Really good
surprised.
actors.
I'm surprised with how much you told me the writers got paid for that episode. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like,
They used to be paid for the length of the shows now, and some just got paid episodically, and the residuals ain't even a lot. Especially with streaming, if people watch that episode hella time, hella people watch it, they don't get shit.
I feel like yeah, like who, like this money's going to like the big heads who work at those companies like that, and it's like all that's gonna happen is it's gonna have people who are extremely rich, and then a bunch of people who aren't that rich. And whenever you have situations like that, like if you go to like third world countries, you'll have a bunch of poor ass people, and then like in like these little areas, they'll have people who have oases that are rich as fuck, and everybody out there are like willing to rob and kill you if you like it fucks up the whole society because now you're afraid to even live in the area you live in because once you have that extreme of a difference in poverty and like wealth, people are going to do anything to get to that potential. So now your life is in danger whenever you leave the confines of your home. And
Exactly.
sometimes if they can make it in there, they're still dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
why would you want to live that way? Like, what humanly like makes you want to have that kind of like upper hand over other individuals? You know?
Right. And then people are thinking, I mean, it's the only common thing that's really used, the only thing that's really effective is to strike. But if striking is not going to work to go to the next step, it's going to be a lot more detrimental. So I feel like you just pay these people now rather than just
Hmm.
hoping that these future technology is going to help you guys get by. They're going to try this their version of the reality show, put the reality TV shows. But reality TV shows are so scripted now that they can't even put out reality shows that are good because people be wilding out on reality shows and it's going crazy. You need
Hmm.
that script to keep everybody calm and sane because the situation people were getting put on in these old reality shows wasn't realistic at all. It was very steered, like these catfish shows that be pulling up on people in the wild. Like without scripting and stuff, you get your ass beat for
Oh
real,
yeah, you
for
might get smoked, shit, in
real.
certain
Yeah,
areas. Yeah, after
yeah,
living out here, I mean, I grew up in California. After living out here in Indiana, I realized that yeah, a lot of that shit won't slide. You poop on the wrong person, you'll get a hollow. So
exactly. Yeah, it wasn't realistic as it is. So without the writers, y'all gonna have a real hard time, especially with AI that you're trying to feed this information to. It's learning it for the first time. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. But again, stand with the actors and the writers. But we'll see what happens out of that. Just don't push all our movies and stuff back, or else everybody's gonna move to podcasting. And I guess that's not a bad thing. Listen to podcasts. We ain't in there. You can listen to all the shit.
man,
We can put it on YouTube for you. You can watch it. It'll be your entertainment in the meantime. So,
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias.